Paul Pogba's fame once shone brightly in the world of football. However, everything changed drastically after Paul Pogba was found guilty of doping and sentenced to a 4-year ban. Now, Paul Pogba has spoken out. In a moving confession, he recounts how his wife and friends abandoned him when he lost everything. "When I was no longer the famous Pogba, everyone left. Even my wife left me. I was alone in this life," Paul Pogba said in his latest viral interview. The doping suspension was a heavy blow. Paul Pogba is survived by his wife, Zulay, who is reportedly no longer by his side during this difficult time. In the ongoing turmoil surrounding French football star Paul Pogba, sources close to the player have confirmed that his wife, Zulay, has decided to end their marriage. This heartbreaking decision comes in the wake of Pogba's recent suspension and the doping scandal that has rocked his career to its core. The Juventus midfielder, once hailed as one of the brightest talents of his generation, was handed a 4-year football ban after testing positive for testosterone in 2023. The verdict, confirmed in early 2024, has left Pogba's career in jeopardy and now his personal life in ruins. The Juventus midfielder, once hailed as one of the brightest talents of his generation, was handed a 4-year football ban after testing positive for testosterone in 2023. The verdict, confirmed in early 2024, has left Pogba's career in jeopardy, and now his personal life in ruins. According to inside sources, the relationship between Pogba and Maria had been strained for months due to the pressure of the investigation and increasing public scrutiny. The couple, who have 2 children and once seemed inseparable, reportedly tried to maintain their relationship. However, the emotional burden of the scandal, combined with financial pressure and Pogba's extended absence from the sport, proved to be too much. Initially, Maria supported Paul. She hoped things would improve, said a close family friend. But as more details emerged and the ban became official, everything changed. He had to think about the children, their future. Maria has now moved out of their Turin home and returned to her native Bolivia with their children. On social media, he recently posted cryptic messages about starting a new chapter and choosing peace, leading fans to speculate that a breakup was imminent. Pogba, on the other hand, has remained largely silent about the split. In a brief Instagram post, he shared a photo of himself praying with the simple caption, "Pain makes you stronger. God's plan always is." This latest development adds another chapter to one of the most tragic downfalls in modern football. Once a World Cup winner and the world's most expensive footballer, Pogba's story is now overshadowed by scandal, suspension, and now heartbreak. While fans continue to debate whether Pogba will return to the pitch, one thing is clear: the man who once faced the world at his feet is now facing the toughest battle of his life alone. The French star revealed how his life fell apart, his phone stopped ringing, and invitations from the fashion world disappeared. "I realized that all this time I was only surrounded by people who loved me for money and fame," Paul Pogba continued. Also read, "Wearing a Real Madrid jersey, Pogba causes a stir to the Bernabeu or just a gimmicks?" During his suspension, Paul Pogba felt lonely. He even called it a moment to see who his true friends were. Unfortunately, he said, no one was truly there when he was down, including the person closest to him, his wife. However, this turning point actually shaped his mentality. After an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, Paul Pogba's suspension was reduced to 18 months. Even more surprising, Paul Pogba officially joined AS Monaco on a 2-year contract until 2027. This deal marked the midfielder's return to European football after a dark period. Amidst his slump and loneliness, Paul Pogba returned to the world of football. He wanted to prove that his career was not over, that everyone who had previously shunned him would witness his true rise. "Now I'm happy because I know who I am. I know who's fake and who's real," Paul Pogba concluded with a smile.